first organ system we are going to learn is the integumentary system. It refers to the skin and its accessory structures, such as hair, nails, and sweat glands. Skin is the largest and heaviest organ in our body. It makes up about 16% of body weight and covers an area of 1.5 to 2 square meters. The skin is composed of multiple layers of cells and tissues, which are attached to underlying structures by connective tissue. Skin protects the underlying tissues from injury. As you can see from the diagram shown here, the skin is composed of two main layers, the epidermis and dermis. The epidermis is made of closely packed epithelial cells. Immediately below the epidermis, we have dermis, which is composed of different connective tissues. It houses many blood vessels, hair follicles, sweat glands, and receptors as well. With these structures, we can excrete salts via perspiration, regulate body temperature, as well as detect what is happening at the body surface. Directly below the dermis, we have hypodermis, and it serves to connect the skin to the underlying connective tissues of the bones and muscles. Now we move on to individual organ systems and see how they work. The skeletal system consists of bones, cartilages, ligaments, joints, and bone marrow. The adult skeleton is composed of 206 bones, but some of us may have more than this number. Think of those people with extra digits, also known as polydactyly. The skeletal system provides support and protection for other tissues and framework for skeletal muscle contraction. It also acts as a storehouse for minerals such as calcium, and most of our blood cells are made in the bone marrow. Typically, we have about 640 skeletal muscles. They can only pull in one direction by contraction. So for this reason, they always come in pairs. When one muscle in a pair contracts, say to bend the elbow joint, its counterpart then contracts and pulls in the opposite direction to straighten the joint out again. By performing the synchronized muscular contraction, we can do various voluntary actions ranging from walking, running, to playing piano. Moreover, our muscular system also allows postural maintenance, facial expressions, as well as heat production so that we can maintain body temperature. The nervous system is the body's fast-acting control system. It consists of the brain, spinal cord, nerves, and sensory organs, such as eyes and pain receptors located in the skin. It can be further divided into central nervous system, CNS, and peripheral nervous system, PNS. CNS is composed of the brain and the spinal cord, whereas any neural tissues outside the CNS belong to the PNS. As a whole, the nervous system directs immediate responses to stimuli, coordinates or moderates activities of other organ systems, and provides and interprets sensory information about external conditions. Like the nervous system, the endocrine system controls body activities, but it acts much more slowly. The endocrine glands produce hormones and release them into the blood to travel to relatively distant target organs. The major endocrine glands include the pituitary gland, thyroid gland, pancreas, adrenal glands, testes, and ovaries. In general, body functions controlled by hormones consist of many and are varied, including growth, reproduction, and nutrient use by body cells. Now we move on to the cardiovascular system. The primary organs involved are the heart and blood vessels. The heart has its own signal conduction system, in which itself can generate its own unidirectional electrical impulse, and thus results in contraction of the heart chambers for pumping blood into the major vessels. So here is the conduction system of the heart. Specialized conducting components include the sinoatrial node, atrioventricular node and atrioventricular bundle, and Purkinje fibers. First, the SA node initiates electrical impulses, which sweeps across the atria to the AV node, and thus the atria contracts. It then passes rapidly through the AV bundle, and it branches, and then finally the Purkinje fibers, resulting in ventricular contraction. Using blood as a transporting fluid, the cardiovascular system carries oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and other dissolved materials to and from the tissue cells, where exchanges are made. The blood also distributes heat and regulates body temperature. The role of the lymphatic system complements that of the cardiovascular system. Its organs include lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, and other lymphoid organs such as the spleen and thymus. The lymphatic vessels return fluid leaked from the blood back to the bloodstreams, so that blood can be kept continuously circulating through the body. The lymph nodes and other lymphoid organs defend against pathogens,